Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everybody? HTG Brian here. We've got another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video for you. This one happens to be for Level 9, Destroy Starkiller Base Story. We are going to get a trophy achievement for completing the level called A Bag Full of Explosives. We're going to shoot for that True Jedi requirement of 100k, and we're going to pick up a couple of character and vehicle tokens along the way. So, how have you been? No, I'm just kidding. First off, we're going to start off in the hub, Daquar, and we find ourselves with a couple of new buddies here. We've got, looks like Resistance pilots off and running, but that's not who we have. We have Snap Wexley and Poe Dameron, but I believe it's a new version of Poe. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start making our way, following along the stud trail here, and then all of a sudden we find out that, yeah, some things are not how they're supposed to be. We need help with a droid. But, okay, so if you've been following video for video, you might look at our stud count and be like, whoa, you are a lot further along than you were last game. Well, that's because at the end of the last game, I actually ran around in this hub and destroyed everything I could, and I actually found like about 100,000 worth of studs. And I did that just so I could get a little closer to that 1 million mark to buy that 2x red brick. So I kind of gave you a little demonstration of how things are very, well, destroyable, I guess, and we're gonna go ahead and not bore you with a bunch of smashing and grabbing, although we do a little on the way there. Look at that guy bouncing on one of those pogo balls. That was pretty funny. Boing, boing, boing. But yeah, so smash and grab all the studs you can along the way. If you want to kind of farm, so to speak, and get some studs while you're here, this isn't a bad place. I know that Doug has a pretty good farming method, and it's not right here, but, you know, we'll get to those once we get some red brickage going. But, all right, so back to the mission at hand. We have to run all the way to the far end of the area here and scan a couple of boxes. Once we get a complete scan, we find that they actually have a couple of grapple points up top, so we're going to use a double grapple hook to rip it down and find ourselves a multi-build. Now, this multi-build, it doesn't really matter which way you build it. I believe there are 3 different mechs you can build. And depending on which way you push, you'll build a different type of robot. So a guy doesn't request any specific type, and the color doesn't matter either. So we just pushed right, and we got what appears to be kind of the same droid he already had. And we're going to make our way back. And, hey, what are you doing with my ice cream? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to be the neighborhood bully there for a second, but hey, we were just kind of blasting and shooting. I was actually spamming the button. I didn't mean to hurt that young, innocent ice cream bystander there, but all right, moving along, we're getting a handful of studs, and we're making our way back to where we're supposed to take this new droid. And check this out. We actually have to use him on this panel here. And psych, it's the one up top. And once we get up top, we actually just have to match some shapes here. And once we get this astromech shape panel all good to go, we are actually able to go ahead and hop in this X-Wing and take off. But I have this weird issue where I can't quite get through and get in. Watch. So we load the robot in. The mech's in there. He's ready to go. Now, it keeps telling me to hit triangle. Now, it's not telling me to switch characters. Or I guess maybe it is. Maybe I got the wrong guy selected. Maybe I have to have a specific, maybe it needs to be Poe in order to get in the ship. But I'm pretty sure. See, look, I'm standing right next to it, and I hit triangle. Nope, it switches characters. So it says triangle. I try to find that sweet spot where the triangle is again, and I'm switching back and forth and back and forth. And okay, I got Poe selected. I'm pressing and holding triangles. You saw the character wheel pop up. That didn't do it for me either. Back over here, trying again. All right, nope, I don't need to hack this. All right. Oh, and then I finally get it. So maybe that's the case. Maybe I just had the wrong character selected, but either way, it takes us off on a nice little X-Wing adventure. And look at this. The text begins to scroll. So as per usual, I'm going to go ahead and let you read this and get caught up on what's going on in the event that you were lost. Unlikely. But, yeah, so, yeah, let's do this.
Black leader, go to sublights on your call.
Roger, base. Red squad, blue squad, take my lead. Drop me on light speed.
Oh, there was old Portly Pig. Did you see him? He was flying the X-Wing. A lot of you, a couple of you in specific, have commented to me about the pig. The pig seems to be in all of these LEGO games. He's like this weird Easter egg running through. And I'm not exactly sure where he started or what the real story is behind it. And I would love to find that out. In fact, if I ever get a chance to interview anybody from TT, that's going to be one of the main questions I ask is, what's the story with the pig? But he was flying an X-Wing, and I thought that was killer. So, woo to the who. We are now flying an X-Wing and staying on the left side of the trench because there is a mini-kit floating on the right. I don't know if you saw it fly by us, but you know us. We always try to avoid those mini-kits in the story and save them all for free play. So, you're only required to watch one video to know where all those collectibles are. Now, a lot of you guys watch the story videos anyways, just because they're entertaining, or maybe even perhaps because, you like to hear my voice. I don't know. For whatever reason, we like to stick with that story and free play method, and someday we might change that. A lot of people ask us, why do we even do the story? If we could just hurry and get to the free play where all the collectibles are, that's where all the meat and potatoes is anyways, and that's what all the people want. Why don't you just do that? And someday we might do that, but we certainly like capitalizing on the fact that there is a story here and kind of letting the story tell itself and kind of focusing on how to get through it. And then focusing on just simply the collectibles. So, speaking of the story and how to get through it, we are in a crazy blaster battle here, and there are lots of pew-pews being shot at us, and really all we need to do here is round up some proton torpedoes and go after the large targets with the big pink reticles on them. So, as you can see there, the proton torpedoes are found in these little carriers spread throughout the base. There are some of the TIE fighters. As you can see, there's one right there floating right alongside of me. Actually, car ramrodded me and took me out. But, he had one, and we could have grabbed one from him, but there are plenty floating around, and as you can see, you can actually hold more than one at a time. So, oh, look at that. We've got the triple load here. We've got the trifecta, and all you need to do is make your way at these large squares and try not to crash your X-Wing, because that's not good. But it turns out there's 4 of these larger towers. Once you blast all 4 with the proton torpedoes, as you might have guessed, it'll complete the scene and take us into a nice little cutscene. And we'll find ourselves inside the base playing as Rey once we get back. So that's kind of fun. You remember that? Where she's starting to learn the Force and she's like, yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
Ah! Direct hit!
But no damage.
Guys, we got a lot of company!
You will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
What did you say?
You will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
I will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
I won't lie. I really wish I had the Force, even just parts of the Force, like this. Like I could look at my wife and say, "You really want to make me some butterscotch pudding," or something like that, and then she would willingly do it. Like for the most part, I got to be honest, my wife's pretty good to me. She probably would make me some butterscotch pudding. But I'm just saying, like on some of the simpler stuff, like you really want to wash the laundry for me, or whatever. Like I know that's kind of wrong, but at the same time, or better yet, how about my son? You want to do your science homework. You know what I mean? See where I'm going with this? It could definitely work out in my favor. So, okay, we are Rey. We are inside the base, and we're trying to escape. We have freed ourselves in more ways than one. And you want to see some ridiculous navigational skills? Watch how many times I fall off this handheld here. So the first time, I was trying to jump up and over, thinking I could jump up and over to get up there, not seeing this gap where there's nothing there. And then look, I get all the way over to the gap, I go too far and I jump. Okay, third time's the charm, perhaps? Often I edit all this jargon out. This is pretty comical. I mean, how many times can Brian screw this up? Like, I should have done this live, and we should have taken bets because somebody would have made some money on this, because this goes on for like an hour and a half. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. It only goes on. I think this is the final one right here. I play it safe this time. The rule of 3 failed me, so in this case, I make the 4th time the charm. Once we get all the way up safely, we smash some boxes on the left-hand side, and it reveals some buildable bricks. So we can go ahead and use those to build up a way to get our little companion friend down below up here. So as it turns out, it is a staff switch. And we'll go ahead and insert Ray's staff and spin to win, which actually all of a sudden creates this nice little moving handheld, or a little conveyor belt with a handheld on it. And now this, we can go ahead and switch down below to, what is it? It's FN1824. And we can move him up top. And of course, he has himself a grapple hook, which you wouldn't know because it doesn't really give you the option right away. I had to get right up close and personal there, but it finally works, and it sends the power on over to the door, and look at that. We've got ourselves a way to jump up and get up one more level here. So do the old double jump. I was kind of struggling. 3rd time's a charm here for me. Nope. Psych. See, all right, 4th time, nope. 5th time, all right, 5th time's a charm. So we're increasing our numbers every time, but once we get up here, we have 2 stormtroopers that we can take out, and if you're quick enough, you can actually get a 2x multiplier going, which we were lucky enough to do, and now we've got ourselves a multi-build. Now, rumor is, I believe if you build over to the left, it gives you something really cool. Actually, I think it gives you access into that room there. But if you build it to the right, where we did, it moves this crane hook over and gives the ability to use the grapple to get FN2187 up here, or 2871, or whatever it is. And all right, so now we have another multi-build option here. We're going to use the upper option, the one that I'm pressing up on the joystick. And that actually builds a nice little ladder that gives us access up top. So I believe there's actually a mini kit in that room off to the left. There's certainly a couple bluesies and a poiple. But anyway, we have moved up top. We have officially ripped down that grapple plug. And now we've got another one. So we can go ahead and jump our way across here. And check this out. We've got a first order terminal here. So we know what to do here. We have to match up the old stormtrooper body. So once we get all of those lined up, it'll go ahead and successfully give us the bridge to get across here. So that's very convenient for us. Look, it's even got side rails so we don't fall off. Oh, this is classic right here, too. Check this out. Oh, he's not in a good mood. Watch out. He's certainly got his panties in a bunch, doesn't he? But I don't blame him. You know, if I were him trying to be this evil bad guy and just, I mean, really, let's be honest. He's not very good at being a bad guy. I mean, he does some things that are less than forgivable. But, all right, go ahead and make your way across the bridge. And check it out. We've got ourselves a nice little rock wall. And we can climb up all the way to the top and grab a mini kit if we like, but we're going to save that for the free play. Instead, we're going to smash and build this box right here, which gives us the checkerboard bricks needed to complete this little path. And ooh, watch out, that's a sharp one there. There's actually a giant plug that we need to push down the checkerboard path, and it's like, you know, plug it in, plug it in. Anybody remember those commercials? I might be too old, but anyway, it actually gives us power. And look at that. It's going to go all the way down and open up this doorway. And, oh, nice. It's like a little cube box that opens up and gives us a nice little new path to go through with FN1824. And, oh, we're going to need Ray because there's another rock wall. So we thought it was a way out with the old Stormtrooper, but nope. We're going to head back in and drop back down. And look at this. We can climb our way across. And now this is kind of like, we've seen this type of gameplay in the past where we have to work together in order to get these two through kind of like a maze-like situation. So we drop FN1824 down to the very bottom, and then we move Ray up across the rock wall there. And now if we continue with FN1824, we can build this little contraption at the multi-build where now Ray is stuck. She can't go any further without the help here. So what we're going to do is smash and build that multi-build on the right. We messed up and we built it on the left. It only makes sense. Like, think about it logically. We need to move the left, so it seems like it would be moved to the left. But nope, it actually needs to be moved to the right so it can switch. And then, of course, smash and rebuild to the left this time to lift it back up how it was and giving Ray a nice little clean pathway out of here, which also gives us a switch we can jump up and pull down. And as you might have guessed, it's going to help us out to get further along here. Look at that, a little door or wall removal system. That's pretty cool. I won't lie, it'd be pretty cool to have that in my house where I could, like, add and remove walls. I know in schools and things like that, they have those retaining walls or those retractable walls. But those things are terrible. They're not real walls. You can see and hear through most of them. But, all right, we've got a couple stormtroopers up here. We are spinning and winning. Actually, we're shooting and tooting. But we find ourselves with some bricks left over after smashing everything. We're going to use those bricks to build up something, well, as you might have guessed, something helpful. So, all right, here we go. Come on, build them up, Ray. What you doing? All right, sometimes that sweet spot's a little hard to find. Anybody else have that problem? Where, like, you're standing right in the middle of the bouncing bricks, but you can't quite press the button. It won't let you. But look at that. It actually completed the lift here. So we're going to hop on and take it all the way up to the top. And, ooh, look at this. We got all sorts of stuff. Looks like some Skywalker stuff. I can't wait to get my hands on Skywalker. He's going to be a pretty useful character. At least I think he will be. Now, all right, we had to use one of those little run pads where Rey actually runs out and across, kind of like, I think, didn't Quicksilver use those in one of the most recent games? All right, but we're going to use the rock wall to climb up, and there's a couple of handhelds, and watch out, one of those handhelds is a little bit sketchy. Make sure you spam that button rapidly, and all right, so we are back all the way up top on this level. Looks like the same place, but it's not. We're higher up, and we can double jump up to this handle and rip out, what is this? It's a robot. Oh, come on. Oh, it's got a grapple handle, though, so that'll come in handy there. Last couple of robots we've seen have not been very helpful. All right, so we've got a grapple hook, and we've got some air time over here, old air stormtrooper. And look at him. Look at his run. I'm so glad when I run I don't look like that. That'd be pretty embarrassing. All right, so we're going to take the lift up. And, okay, we've got a grapple hook on the right-hand side. You may have already done some of this because we kind of just left FN1824 hang out all by himself back there. Literally, he was hanging out in the airlift. And we are now making our way up. Here's a ladder to get all the way up top. This will actually give us access to that grapple hook that Rey just pulled out. And then, hey, look, we're kind of back together now. So maybe we don't need each other anymore. Maybe we do. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. All right, as you get the trooper across the ledge there, you find a nice little first order terminal here. Of course, you know what to do. Match up the stormtrooper pieces, and beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. It completes the hack, and wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, some studs. Thank you. Actually, wait, look at that. Oh, she is done with him. That's kind of harsh. Hey, I'm done with you. All right, used and abused. Time to move on. Go ahead and insert Rey's staff into the wall there. And we'll go ahead and spin to win all the way up top and around. Look at this. We got a handheld now and a rock wall. And once we get to the very top of this rock wall, I believe it takes us into the cutscene.
Stop being evil? But I'm a stormtrooper. Hey, you come back!
The troopers will be on our tail. We have to be ready for that. What happened to you? Did he hurt you?
What are you doing here?
We came back for you. Escape now. Hug later.
My friend's got a bag full of explosives. Let's use them. Girl knows her stuff.
Indeed she does, Han. Indeed she does. Yeah, Rey has been a very big help through a lot of this, and it's kind of funny how all the most unsuspecting characters are really being the awesome heroes. I guess that's kind of the whole way of the Force in Star Wars anyways. You know, Luke wasn't necessarily the most dominating or handsome character when we first met him, and look all the awesome things that he brought to us. But all right, here we are. We have a nice little kind of hangar area here, and there are 4 separate areas that we need to place bombs. And I do mean bomb, 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 bomb. So we'll go ahead and we have to take out a bunch of stormtroopers along the way. And I believe there's even a couple of, look at that, some droids, some probe droids. And all right, first off, there's no specific order you need to complete these bombs in. You could actually start left or go lower level first. It doesn't matter. We're going to head on the upper right-hand side and get all the way over. Once we get to the final platform, there are a couple more stormtroopers we have to take out. And, of course, there is a grapple point and a scan point too. So we've got a couple of things we got to do. We're going to start off by doing some butt slams and taking advantage of these multipliers we got, because we're trying to get as many studs as possible. As you know, we're looking for that 1 million mark to get that 2x red brick. And once we get that red brick, once the multiplier kicks in, things will start going a lot faster. Now, we've used the grapple hook to get up top. We are using the quadnoculars to go ahead and scan yet another grapple point. This will actually allow Han to get all the way over to that middle platform there. And once we get over there, check it out. We've got a little butt slam to do and some bricks to build up. Ooh, it's a checkerboard path, which means we're going to push something along, push it along, yeah, push it along. A little Tribe Called Quest for you. It's terrible, terrible cover of it. But speaking of cover, we're going to cover those stormtroopers down below with some bricks. And look at that. Now we have a silver box. It looks like a little silver ghetto blaster. And we take that out with Chewie's thermal imploders. And booyakashow, we've got the first bomb ready to build, and we've built it. So booyakashow again. The double boo. We've got 1 down and 3 to go. We could simply jump down and take out the lower one right now, which we thought about doing, as you can see there. But we're going to make our way over to the stairwell and pass it and go over to the upper left. Now, again, doesn't matter which order you do these in. They will all be relatively the same type of thing, or the process is the same no matter, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So, yeah, we find some more stormtroopers, another probe droid, and, of course, once we eradicate all those, we're going to pick up some studs and try to take advantage of, I guess we didn't get a stud multiplier, but Han, where are you going, bro? He is just off on a mission. He's like, nope, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm out of here. I guess he was maybe scared of those stormtroopers. Regardless, we got to get him back up top and use the grapple point up here, which spins this giant pillar around. And now it also gives us some bricks to build. And check it out. We actually have the bricks for the second bomb. So take that. We've got 2 down and 2 to go. All right, lower level on the left-hand side. Lots of stormtrooper action going on here. You should be able to get a nice little multiplier going. And all right, oh, look at that. They keep coming. So I don't think they continue to keep coming. I think there's like 6 or 8 total that you have to take out before they stop coming. But eventually we'll make our way over to this. I think those strong handles are a good point here in a second we got to pay attention to. Switch on over to Chewie and come on, come on. Oh, well, I get it. We got a multiplier going here still. All right, once your multiplier is dead, walk over to the strength handles and time it right, unlike myself. The second time's the charm there. And we find ourselves a pile of multi-build bricks. So we're going to use the right-hand side first, which makes this weird kind of, I don't know, it's another one of those wall removers. It actually pulled the floor out from below this, I guess it's, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a little robot. That's why I knew that. I knew that. I'm acting like I never played this level. And in all honesty, this guy's actually really important. He's the way that we actually unlock the third bomb. So we're going to go ahead and target him, or tag to him. I guess I can do a couple butt slams here and get some more studdage. But it turns out there is a place over on the far right-hand side. Look at me. I was thinking he was like some sort of a sweeper droid or something. But no, it's not time for hopscotch there, little greenie. We got to make our way over to that square right there. And we can walk up to it and press the icon indicated. And check this out. He actually activates this little floor panel here, and booyakashow! We have the needed bricks for bomb number 3. All right, so 3 down, 1 to go. And as you might have guessed, it's actually on the lower right-hand side. So we're going to make our way up over the stairs and down onto the other side. Now, I thought for sure there would be a bluesy hiding in this corner, because you know how they're really good about tucking those away, but I couldn't get all the way down there, so fooled me. But there is plenty of more studs to grab, and look at me, I was looking at those last couple of little studs up there on my meter going, okay, I can fill this, but truth be told, we do not get it filled, unfortunately. It's all right, though. We can come back, and we're certainly getting a lot. We've almost got 100,000 studs, and we know that we needed roughly, 180,000 before we started this? So we're getting pretty close. We might do another farming run after this, but oh, okay, so we've got a red robot on the right side that I should mention. This guy is bad news. He actually alerts stormtroopers, and this is a good place to farm multipliers. Like, if you do not take out that robot, it's my understanding that bad guys just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. So maybe kind of make your way up the stairwell on the kind of the middle where we came down here, so that you're not close enough to destroy the robot. and keep farming those guys if you're looking for studs. We thought about doing it, but again, we don't want to waste your time. So what we did was we went to the very far right, closer back right corner, or closest to you, I guess, closest to the screen. And we smashed everything in sight. A couple of, looked like oxygen tanks took off and exploded everywhere. But most importantly, it gave us the crank handle here. And we have actually followed the arrow all the way over to where it goes and attached it by pressing the icon indicated. And then, of course, spinning to win, which puked out a bunch of multi-build bricks. Check this out. I built the wrong side here. I built the right side, which actually gives us access to a mini kit. But we're going to let that be for now. And we're going to pull up the strength handles with the left-hand mini build. And look at me spamming. Whoops, I didn't mean to blow that up. I was really just trying to attach myself to it. But as you can see, I would have failed at the little puzzle anyways because my timing was wrong. Oh, and look at that. It's a pull one. It's not even a timing one. So pull back on the handle there and let her rip. And guess what? We got a grapple handle that exposes the box containing the last bits needed to build the final bomb. And we'll go ahead and build up that, you guessed it, bomb, 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 bomb. All right, so with all 4 in place, it should take us away.
Han Solo.
Your son, he's gone.
Snoke is using you for your power. When he gets what he wants, he'll crush you. Come home. I miss you.
A bag full of explosives trophy achievement is now ours. Destroy Starkiller base level is complete, which gave us a gold brick and unlocked free play. We fell just a little bit short of getting that true Jedi requirement, but look, we are really close. We are less than 100,000 studs away from getting 2x red brick. As you might have guessed, we got a couple of vehicle tokens as well as a couple of character tokens. Now, we've also unlocked a handful of character tokens too, and I highly suggest waiting to buy most of these guys until you've got all the red brick stud multipliers and yeah, and all the characters you need for free play and all that stuff. Because a lot of times you get excited, ooh, I want to buy, you know, an Ewok or Chewbacca or whatever, and then you spend that money, and then guess what? You don't have money to buy the red bricks that you need, or, you know, maybe a character that you actually need to unlock some of the free play stuff. So don't bother listening to us. We don't know what we're talking about. Anyhow, that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens Level 9 Destroy Starkiller Base Story. And hey, we're having a blast. We're actually in the home stretch. I haven't really alluded to that because there is kind of like the story and then there's like some news stories. And we're going to kind of separate those. But we're going to finish all of the main story first. And it looks like then we'll go back and get anything needed for free play. And then play the free play. And then come back and do those extra stories because they require gold bricks that we have yet to earn. So anyhow, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, head on over to Facebook, Twitter. Simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We also have HappyThumbsGaming.com, the home of our product and gaming reviews, as well as trophy achievement guides, including one for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. So make sure you check it out. Anyhow, that's going to do it for me. As always, I'm going to wrap this up and get back to work. I got a couple more levels to get done, and then we'll be done, right? I mean, there's level 10, and then the epilogue, and then prepare for free play. So I don't know if you guys are excited. I'm excited. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, when's the free play coming? Well, it's on its way. So, hey, as for me, that's going to do it. I already said that. But until next time,